Our next lecture is Importance of Mentoring by Eileen Kim and Mary Fendelander. So Eileen Kim, as head of the U.S. Innovation and Research Perspective Team of Chanel, Eileen Kim leads the U.S. team of scientists and chemists that create makeup, skincare, and toiletry innovations and products for Chanel worldwide. Eileen has worked within the cosmetic science industry for the past 25 years. Prior to Chanel, she worked for L'Oreal for 13 years in various research and managerial positions, both in the US and in France. At L'Oreal, she developed color cosmetics, skincare, and toiletry products for the L'Oreal brands such as Lancôme, L'Oreal, Ralph Lauren, Garnier, and Kiehl's. She spent 2.5 years working in the L'Oreal Research and Development headquarters in Paris. In addition to Eileen's focus in cosmetic chemistry, she is a state board licensed cosmetologist in New Jersey and a state board licensed esthetician in New York. Eileen's educational background includes bachelor's degree in chemistry from Seton Hall University and a master's of cosmetic and fragrance marketing and management from Fashion Institute of Technology. Mary Fendelander is a chemist within the innovation and research team at Chanel, where she works on makeup, skincare, and toiletry innovations and products for Chanel. Mary graduated from Drexel University in 2020 with a bachelor's degree in chemistry and a concentration in biochemistry. During her time at Drexel, she had a passion for cosmetic industry and merging science with creativity. She had the opportunity to hold 3 6-month-long internships within the pharmaceutical and cosmetic industry, which allowed her to grow her skills prior to entering the industry. After graduating in 2020, Mary joined KDC-1 ChemAid as a junior chemist for a year, where she gained experience in developing skincare and hair care products. In addition to her love for cosmetic science, Mary became involved in NYSCC at an early start in her career. She took on the role as co-chair for a new NYSCC initiative, the Mentorship Program, in 2019, and continues to run this program as a co-chair, where she brings her passion for the cosmetic industry and for helping others grow personally and professionally. Thank you so much, both of you. Time for Importance of Mentoring.
Hello, everybody. How are you? I am Mary Fendelander. As Marissa introduced us, I currently work at Chanel, and I've been in the industry for about 2 years now. I'm really excited to be here with the SEC today to talk about the importance of mentorship. As you heard from my bio, I have a real love for mentorship and the passion of it and how it can really impact your life. So I'm really excited to talk to it today.
Thank you. Thank you, Marissa, for the introduction. I'm Eileen Kim. As Marissa said, I'm with Chanel, and I've been in the industry for 25 years. And for aspiring chemists in the industry, it's the best thing, best decision I think you could do. It's been a beautiful industry, and I'm so happy to speak with you today on such an important topic as mentorship.
So when we think about mentorship, we can think about a lot of things, right? A lot of different types of relationships. But before we dive really into what mentorship is, we first wanted to discuss the power of mentorship and how it can really impact your lives and your experience in the industry. So we wanted to give a few examples of some powerful mentorship relationships from really infamous entrepreneurs and business people, and share some quotes on how mentorship really impacted their lives. So our first example is Steve Jobs, who mentored Mark Zuckerberg, both really well-known businessmen, entrepreneurs. The final words that Mark Zuckerberg said about Steve Jobs was, "Thank you for showing that what you build can change the world." So it just really shows how mentorship can not only impact your professional life, but it can really impact your personal life too, and it can help you grow personally, professionally, and you can build lifelong friends, lifelong relationships from these.
And then next we have Warren Buffett mentoring Bill Gates, right? You never would know who these prominent people have as mentors, and you could see the power of it. And Gates wrote, "Warren has helped us to do 2 things that are impossible to overdo in one lifetime: learn more and laugh more."
And the final example that we have is Maya Angelou mentoring Oprah Winfrey. This relationship is really interesting. It's a very soulful relationship as we see it. Oprah said in her words, the world knows her as a poet, but at the heart of her, she was a teacher. When you learn, teach. When you get, give. is one of the best lessons that she learned from her. So you can really see how mentorship is more than just like advancing in your professional life. It's a lot about personally and personal growth and growing as you get older.
So we want you to reflect right now, knowing what we just heard and saw, and think about what is a powerful mentorship to you at this stage in your life. And when I say stage in your life, it could be starting out as a student, it could be someone who's been in the industry for a very long time, you know, just to reflect on what that looks like to you. What is a powerful mentorship to you at this stage in your life?
The next question we thought was interesting to reflect on was, what do you want to achieve through a mentorship relationship? With any relationship, you should set goals, you should set priorities and what you want to accomplish. And I think with any mentorship relationship, it's okay to set those goals and tasks and actions of what you want to accomplish. So what do you want to achieve through a mentorship relationship?
And then really key, right, because this is a really important relationship, what are the qualities that you're looking for in a mentor or a mentee? I'm at a different stage in my life right now. Years ago, I was thinking I needed somebody who could teach me about the industry or even more technical information, or someone who was, really connected. And now I'm at a stage where I'm looking to find a mentor that's a strong woman in the industry, or somebody who has leadership skills, or somebody who has a strong voice and is not afraid to express it. So what are the qualities? What are the qualities you're looking for when you think about being a mentor or finding a mentee? Important to think about that.
So what is mentorship? We're talking all about these relationships, and there's a lot of different types of mentorship. We have informal ones, which are more of the examples that we gave earlier, which it's more of tens of when you meet somebody at an event or something and you connect on a personal level, and then they just kind of grow into being your mentor or mentee. There's also formal mentorship that you can get through a program that is more set up for you, and you can still build really meaningful relationships from that. You also have reverse mentorship, where it could be you mentoring as a younger person, mentoring somebody that has more experience in the industry, because I think at any stage in our life, we can learn, we can teach, we can do anything. And then there's also peer mentorship, and peer mentorship is where you mentor your peers on any specific area. Like I said, everybody has something that they're knowledgeable on, that they can teach someone on. So at any stage, really, you can have mentorship and you can have mentorship relationships. Mentorship at its core, though, is really about building those authentic relationships that are gonna propel you into growing personally, growing professionally. It's about having that support and guidance through your career and your personal life. And it's about being vulnerable and supportive with each other. So with any relationship that you go into, even if it's not mentorship, you should always have those thoughts of, all right, I want to be honest, I want to be open, I want to be myself, and I really want to connect with somebody and build those authentic relationships. So kind of going back to those questions that we asked you to reflect on, what qualities do you look for in a mentor? What do you want for a mentor or a mentee? So Eileen and I got together and we kind of discussed in general what are some really key important qualities that a mentor or mentee should have. And I'll go over some of the mentee ones. We said that they should be passionate. They should be passionate and driven for what they really want. They should be authentic and be themselves in a relationship. They should be curious and ask questions. Of course, they should be respectful and respectful of everyone's time. They should be responsible, courageous, persistent, and follow through.
And as a mentor, because I've had great mentors and I had maybe not so great mentors. And when I say that, it really had an impact on me because I was in the industry and young, and I was looking to find mentorship, and it was somebody I was matched with, and I have to say I tried to knock on the door and they weren't there. So mentorship is really key. If you're going to be a mentor, it has to be authentic, right? You have to really care about your mentee. You have to be able to support them. You have to build trust with each other. They're looking to you for guidance, so you have to be reliable and be there. Be caring, right? And recognize potential. It's so key to look at somebody and see all of the potential someone has, even if they don't believe it themselves, right? I think that's one of the most beautiful things, to give people insight about their potential in the industry. And then also, you're a trailblazer, right? So you're setting the way, and they see that as courage as well. And you could connect, make sure you connect people with people. That's something I'm trying to do more and more today, is if I know somebody that could help somebody, I'm going to connect them. And I used to be a little bit afraid to do that, like I don't want to bother anyone. Now I'm like, if somebody needs something, I'm going to connect them with the right person to get something done, or whatever they need. And then challenge. I think you have to challenge your mentees, because it takes a lot to kind of reach your full potential. Inspire, and of course, share all your experience, pass it down.
So when you go about mentorship and you find somebody that you're really interested in learning about their experience, their knowledge, and everything that encompasses them, what are some best practices to really obtain the most out of your relationship with your mentor-mentee? So as a mentee, we think it's really important that you ask questions about your mentor and their experience. From personally, like with my mentorship that I've had, I can say that's the number one most important thing, is to always have questions. Be curious about what their experience was, because you can learn something from that. Understand that a mentor is sharing their time and experience, so make the most of the opportunity that you have with them, and always be respectful of their time and effort. Because of course you never want to jeopardize, you never want to manipulate their time, their energy. You want to make the most out of every opportunity that you have with them. A really important one, I think, is to challenge yourself and to be persistent in taking action and know what you're looking for by setting goals. This was something that I didn't really think about when I first found about mentorship. Was thinking about, okay, what do I really want? What are the goals that I want to accomplish when I go into mentorship? And this is something really key, because I think it's important that you know your goals and what you want to achieve when you're talking to somebody, when you have a relationship with somebody. And then finally, be authentic and be open, because being vulnerable is going to make the most significant difference in your growth and development.
Very well said, and that persistent part is important because I think sometimes people are very busy, and I have LinkedIn, and I have mails get lost, and of course I would love to address all of them, so it's good to kind of be more persistent. You're passionate about this, so go for it. And then what you do as a mentor is, I think, be open to sharing your story. Everyone has a story, right? And it's full of experience and failures, etc. So share your story, because that's going to help people in their career. And then share your successes. Uh, People learn from your successes and failures, and the mentee could reflect on all of your learnings. And as a mentor, also listen, ask questions, and allow your mentee to share with you their goals, so that you could see how you could help them achieve their dreams and ambitions, and help guide them along their personal and professional path. Because a lot of times, some of this journey is very personal. Like, how do I handle politics or stuff like that? So really use this relationship strongly. And then motivate and encourage your mentee, to inspire them and allow them to have open dialogue with you, and share your resources, as I said, and introduce them to your professional network, and teach them how to build their own, because our industry is so connected. Everyone knows each other. So really expand that network for your mentee.
So now we wanted to give a little real life personal example. So I'm very lucky to call Eileen my mentor. I had the wonderful opportunity of meeting her back when I was a senior in high school, little 18-year-old me. I had the first and very lucky opportunity to go tour Chanel and get a chance to make a little product on the bench. And I had the opportunity to meet Eileen there. And I remember just asking her so many questions and being so curious because I loved chemistry and I never knew about the cosmetic industry at that age. So it was such a beautiful first connection that I had. And being so young, I really didn't know what to expect. But my number one thing that I was trying to do was ask questions. And Eileen was so reciprocated. She answered all my questions for me. And she acted like she wanted to help me.
And I remember that day, it was an opportunity to show high school students cosmetic chemistry. And I was so excited, and I was really busy that day. And I remember somebody asking me to give a tour. So I was like, yes, and I showed them the powder press, and I was really excited to do that and share cosmetic chemistry with potentially aspiring chemists. So.
Then kind of fast forward to 2018, I was in college. I think I was my third year of college. I went to a school that was 5 years long, and my school had the opportunity of doing co-ops, so like 3 6-month-long co-ops or internships. And I reflected on my time at Chanel, and I knew I liked the cosmetic industry, and I was like, oh, I should reach out to Eileen, and I should keep that connection going and see if there was any opportunity for me to come join Chanel for a 6-month period. And if not, just how can I get involved so I can proceed and move along in this industry to network more and to meet more individuals.
So I received an email.
Yes.
I received an email, and I saw the passion, the courage through this email. And I said, absolutely, come in. I'll share whatever you want to know about the industry. I love the industry, so if I could share it, I will. And we sat down.
Yeah.
We did not have any open positions at the time, okay? Chanel was not hiring, but we sat down and we talked about the industry. I talked about the SEC and the New York SEC. And I even showed her like a color wheel, because we had just made this color wheel about all the organic colorants and inorganic colorants, and I was spending time teaching you that.
So even though there was not that opportunity at that time, Eileen introduced me to so many things to get involved with, and I had the opportunity to go to a Woman in Science and Engineering event with her and her team, where we showed elementary school girls how to make lip gloss. And it was really my first time like being introduced into the industry, and I had no experience, so I had no idea what I was doing with the lip gloss, but her team was so welcoming to me, and they really helped guide me, and it was just a wonderful experience to even network more with others in the industry. So it was really a great experience.
I want to add to that, because Mary not only came to join the event, she put this amazing video together, passion, action, courage, and she put together pretty much the whole thing, and we kind of followed her trailblazing. So a lot of reverse mentorship as well.
And then fast forward to 2019, along that whole year, Eileen and I kept in touch. And I got an email one day that she was like, why don't we have a talk? I think there could be an opportunity for you to come be a contract worker for us for 6 months, and then you can really get some hands-on learning with our team. And so that's what we did. I was able to work with her team at Chanel and really get hands-on learning in the industry, but not even just within the company that I fell in love with, but the industry too, because Eileen pushed me and she challenged me to get involved with the NYSCC, the SEC, go to events, attend lectures, and that's how I kind of got involved and got right into working with our local chapter, the New York chapter, in college. And it was really fortunate. Like, that's my one biggest advice. If you can get involved, do it, because it will be the best thing and the best choice that you can ever make.
And I was kind of I'll say a passive member for a very long time. I mean, I went to Suppliers Day, I went to a few events, and then one time I was able to participate as a chair for an educational event. And this is a lot later in my career. And it showed me the different skills that I could have in organizing an event or thinking about a sponsorship. So the SEC is a great opportunity to not only meet people, but build on skills and really learn about yourself and your potential. And I'm so happy that Mary got involved. And it's really great to see all that she's learning as well and giving back.
Then fast forward to 2020, I was graduating college and I was looking for some kind of opportunity to join and to really learn and immerse myself. And thankfully, Eileen shared with me so many of her contacts. Like she said before, share your contacts, introduce you to other people in your network, and allow me to also build my own network. And it allowed me to get a position at a subcontracting, the Chemists company. And I had the opportunity to work there for a year. But even though I wasn't working with Eileen directly, we had monthly meetings. I still have them sometimes on my calendar from like so long ago that I haven't erased. But we kept meetings with each other so that we can keep each other up to date on our lives. And then she would help guide me and support me through the highs, the lows, the challenges with just being in a company and being new to the industry and being my first year. She really helped guide me and help support me in all of the challenges that I faced and all of the successes too.
I remember lots of, oh no, that's okay, don't worry about that. Or this is maybe the best way to handle it. And I remember a lot of our conversations, and also you're doing so well, right? And just keep growing, learn, etc. So yes, so then something came up in Chanel. And I said, Mary, there's an opportunity and it's perfect for you. You already know Chanel, and then you could continue.
So I joined back in January again with a team, and it was like rejoining family. Like everybody on the team is so welcoming and so open with me. And having Eileen as a manager and a mentor is just the most welcoming environment. It's the best environment that I've ever experienced. She challenges me within work, within my personal and professional life. She challenges me with getting involved. She always says, go do that, go attend this. And she pushes me so much to get involved. And I think that's the one greatest thing about having a mentor, having Eileen as my mentor, is that she challenges me. She helps me have success. She helps me achieve my goals. And she's really just there as, it's the most authentic relationship that I've ever had. She's there as a friend to me, a manager, a mentor.
Thank you, Mary. That's so sweet. And as having Mary as a mentee, I have learned so much. She's got so many skills and strengths, and I see more of all come out every day, and I'm like, wow, that's another one. And when you see those skills, challenge it more. Right? They jump here, see if they could jump a little bit further. And because that's how you grow and that's how you know. So we wanted to share our story about mentorship because it had all those key elements of what it takes to build a really good mentorship and mentorship relationship. And I know it sounds like a story, but if you see within that story kind of all that connecting, all that consistency, all that courage and giving back, and we wanted to take you through that walk because we want you to also really find a wonderful mentorship a relationship. And so how do you approach getting mentorship?
How do you approach getting mentorship, getting a mentor, getting a mentee, or just wanting to know more about the industry and learn about somebody's experience? So the number one thing we thought of, you can join a mentorship event program. The local New York chapter has one. We also hold a lot of events for networking too. The CEW has one that you can join as well. The other one, which is probably the more obvious one, and it may be a little bit challenging, but go out and attend industry events and meet industry professionals. The SEC holds so many different events, NYSCC for the local chapter, your local chapter, wherever you're from, Suppliers Day like this, you're all here, so that's like a wonderful first step. The annual technology showcase, you can attend education seminars, become a volunteer, all these different things that are going to introduce you to other people in the industry and really make those connections when you go to those events.
And then really key, ask, okay? I was just at a workshop, and it was with a lot of these women CEOs and these public companies. It was virtual, and we all made sure that we were connecting on LinkedIn. I connected with so many people that I got locked out of LinkedIn. And they're like, if you accept one more person, you're done. We're going to close your account. So I waited 24 hours. I asked each one of them, would it be okay for me to contact you to learn more about your career? And also in these events, we had breakouts, and we talked about how do you approach someone? It's uncomfortable. It's like sometimes that uncomfort, do it. Like that uncomfort is going to propel you into your next career, your future, your next connection. Who knows what? Who knows what? And maybe have something ready. Hi, I'm Eileen Kim. I'm an aspiring chemist. I saw that you spoke at the New York SUC mentorship program. I'm telling you your pitch. And I would really love to connect with you. Can I contact you on LinkedIn or email? Go for it. Do that. Be courageous. And that's going to do. And I did that. I did that with these big CEO women. I'm like, they're never going to connect. But you know what? I just had a call, and I was invited on an innovation forum with one of them, with all these different innovation leaders all over the world in different industries, and we're exchanging on innovation. And then she had a call with me. She was at lunch in California. I saw like she was walking, and we had a call and just talked about career, and she wanted to know about what I wanted to do. So mentorship is a beautiful thing, and we hope you embrace it. And one thing we say is go out. Maybe when you're at an event like this, make sure you learn something. Make sure you connect with 5 people. Maybe give your pitch. Give yourself that goal to connect with people. Even myself, I should probably do that too. So thank you so much.